We can use the first button to lock the car, the second one to unlock, and the third one to open the trunk. Press and hold the lock and unlock button to open and close the windows. We're going to start off by unlocking the vehicle first. Then open the door and close it again. Push the power button once to turn on the ignition. Then step on the brake and push it once again. Now that we're ready to roll, we're going to start our journey off with the steering wheel first. As always, we have a left and a right area. The left side exclusively takes care of the IC, media, as well as additional functions, while the right is responsible for assistance systems, as well as voice assistants and telephone. Back to the left and onto the scroll wheel, which can be used to go through the different IC options available. Click to confirm, then scroll up or down. Right and left are used to navigate through the menus. Then click to access a menu. Above the scroll wheel, volume buttons, and below, next and previous. On the right, a shortcut menu button which contains options such as change display view. On the right, as already mentioned, different advanced driving assistance systems in the upper left corner limiter as well as cruise control. If we select it, we can see a reaction in the IC, as well as the head-up display. Then press set to activate the system while driving. We can use voice assistants, different phone functions, and also set the distance for the selected assistance system. Moving on to the instrument cluster next. First, we're going to have a look at the standard view. We can select a blank center or go back to compass and media. The menu also contains energy and energy consumption. We have vehicle overview containing tire pressure, battery capacity, and more. We can select navigation, media, and then select different media sources. Up next, different driving assistance systems. And last but not least, settings. Settings in this case are quite a lot. We can find all the driving assistance system settings as well as head-up display settings in the IC. As already mentioned, we can switch between different layouts if needed. Let's switch back to a standard view, then move on to the head unit next. If we swipe left and right, it becomes clear that the entire menu is built on widgets. We can use widget shortcuts or access a feature directly. The same goes for the shortcuts on the left. For example, notifications, home, navigation, media, telephone, and also climate. Those are the main features. Everything else can be found on the following pages. All apps shows all the features available. However, there is no additional menu or menu options. Everything can be found on the first page. Press and hold to customize the home menu. We can reorder, delete, add, and auto-arrange the widgets available. Widgets offer phone, profile, Alexa, and more options. If we want to access settings, click the settings icon in the upper bar. This is available in every feature. In addition, settings adapt to the feature currently selected. Before we move on to our next step, we're going to have another look at the shortcuts on the left. Climate takes us straight to our climate controls below the hat unit. We can adjust the temperature, activate front and rear defrosting, turn climate on or off, activate auto, air circulation, as well as temperature for the passenger side. The buttons give off a haptic feedback. We have two power buttons. The one above is for media and sound, and also functions as our volume control as well. Right next, a button to jump back and forth between tracks. And on the left, hazard lights. Before we move on to the center console, a quick stop at our rearview mirror. Click for a menu and different settings, such as brightness, rotation, up and down, and more. As promised, center console next. First off, gear selection. Pull down for drive. Push upwards for reverse, which automatically activates the camera in the hat unit. Neutral and back to park. Additional buttons used for automatic parking, drive modes, and e-pedal can be found below. Something special in this car is the possibility to open an additional glove box. On the left side, two buttons to adjust the center console. Move it back and forth. To wrap things up, we're going to turn the car off. Then open the door and close it again. Last but not least, we're going to take the key and lock the car.